exciting video. I have a new pattern to share. My name is Helena and I'm the creator, so the designer, hand dyer and curator of the knitting business of Fab Knitwear. I have a new pattern, as I said, and it's about bloody time. It is the Ithilien Vest, which is my first ever vest pattern. I love a good vest, but for me sometimes they become a bit too bulky or masculine with the typical like sweater vests. And while I think other people look gorgeous in them, they are stunning, just worn with jeans. That's not typically something I wear a lot of. And so I wanted to create a really simple but really feminine and flattering vest, which is knit in one strand of fingering weight and one strand of mohair silk. I have used Fab Knitwear Athena and Fab Knitwear mohair silk, and the colours I've used are Capulet for Athena and Frotha, which is my undyed colour, my undyed version of mohair silk. It is, as you can see, a really simple, elegant pattern. It's knit bottom up. It has a ribbed hem. It's cropped, as you can see, and form fitting. It's knit bottom up in the round until you reach the armpits, and then you start knitting the front and back separately, and then you start knitting the straps separately once you reach the square neckline, and then you join the straps at the top of the shoulder and then pick up ribbed edges for the armholes and the neckline. I love, as you know, a good square neckline. I think they are super flattering, and I say this every time I talk about square necklines, so do bear with me. I think they are so flattering. It's such a quick knit as well, so quick, and for the smaller sizes, the all sizes up to, you only need one skein of 100 gram Athena and 50 gram mohair silk. So that's a really good stash buster for those just single skeins that you have lying around that you couldn't not buy, but what you're going to do with one skein. So that's really great. I love the speckling of this and the merging of a skein of sort of speckled variegated yarn with a really simple, elegant, solid. And you could do this with all sorts of different tones of colour. I really want one in my 2021 Easter colourway Fairy. I think that would be so stunning. And I would fleur, obviously, maybe fleur and Frotha held double. That would be really delicate. The vest is knit on 4mm needles for the stockinette section, so it goes by pretty quickly, I dare say. The vest is inspired by the typical historical, I'm being very vague here, female ladies bodice. So we're talking stays, we're talking the later corset bodices, both separate ones and ones attached to gowns. And what I mean by that is just the really simple, straight, square fitted, square neckline bodice or just garment that you find throughout a lot of Western fashion history. If we look back all the way to Tudor gowns, you see this really simple, quite rigid, although this is knit so it's not very rigid, bodice with the square neckline. Obviously they would have sleeves, but if you look at more peasant wear as well, you have these bodices throughout history, starting in the 16th century, running up to basically early Victorian era, when fashions changed a bit more frequently. But that's the inspiration from it, just this really simple, very feminine, if we look through history, with regards to the square neckline and the silhouette. It's a neckline predominantly seen in ladies fashion, so that was the inspiration for this. I wanted to make something that was super simple, that you could wear pretty much regardless of what style you have, what clothing you are drawn to, because the colour you knit it in would completely change the look of it, as well as how you style it, what you pair it with. So that was the driving force of this design. Simple, elegant, very inspired by ladies' historical garments. And again, I know I'm being vague, because this typical bodice with that resembles stays, that lace up, although this isn't laced up, that you just see it through most of Western European history, at least from the 16th century and up. This also greatly resembles and is inspired by the 1940s vests. You start seeing a lot of vests again, very hints of them in the 1920s, and I'm talking knit vests here. I mean, you also found them in knit vests in the Victorian era, although not common. You see them becoming more popular in the 1920s, and then by the 1940s they are a staple garment in many wardrobes. They are practical, and you see fashion-wise trousers becoming more popular, and vests were a great garment to pair with this new, even though they've been worn for 10-ish, maybe even 20 for some women that were very fashion forward years. The 1940s are the decade where trousers really do become more a popular garment rather than a very statement fashion garment worn by some. So that's really exciting. So you start seeing these garments that will pair better with trousers, and vests are one of them. They become very popular, and you do often see them with square necklines. They are cropped. There's loads of lovely pattern work that it was very popular in the 40s, with bobbles and cables and all sorts of textures. There's colour work vests. They are square neckline, they have boat necks, they have crew necks. All sorts of varieties of vests pop up in the 1940s. The vest remains popular for a really long while, but then in the 90s they kind of disappear a little bit. You see the oversized, very masculine sweater vests, you think like Chandler and Friends, also in female fashion in the early 90s, but then they kind of dwindle off a bit and you don't really see them again until now. The past couple of years, the past 3-4 years, there has been a lot of sweater vests that have come back in fashion, and I think they are just really nice. They are so easy to pair with any wardrobe. They are so nice and warm, yet they also give you, you get to air out, especially for basically all seasons. Just depends on how cold it is. You can chuck a jacket over it, or you can just wear it as is. So I think it's really versatile and really just a nice looking garment. Just the vest in general. Really isn't all that much else to say about it. I think it's available on Etsy and Ravelry and Fable Knitwear. It sizes up to a 3XL. It is a negative to no ease pattern. So as you can see, it's fitted, but it's not tight. It's nice and, as negative to no ease patterns should be. It's really simple, really fun, really addictive because it goes by so quickly. I have tons of different colours planned because I just keep reaching for it. I want to wear it every day with all the things. Let's have a look at some styling options. That's it this time around. I hope you like it. I am so pleased with this just really simple, elegant pattern. I hope you like it. As I said, remember to use the hashtag Ithilien Vest and tag me when you post pictures, wherever you post them, because I love seeing your versions and the colours you choose and how you style them, or maybe if it's just a flat lay, I don't care. I just wanted to see what you make of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.